Hello, this is Daryl.
And this is Aaron.
We're talking, what are we talking about?
Comic books.
But we're talking about two specific words. New
Comics.
releases.
New comics releases.
ByBigBang.com.
Because we got them.
It works like clockwork. It's like, hey, ByBigBang.com. It's like,
We got them.
see? We'll just try that sporadically. Alright, we're talking new releases for the week of June 10th. Man, lots of comics coming out this week. We're actually changing it up this week. We're going to go alphabetical.
Alphabetical.
What's the alphabet start with here?
It starts with A.
Yeah, but today
we're going with B.
We're going to go with numbers. 1602, Witch Hunter Angela, number 1, part of Secret Wars, back in Neil Gaiman's 1602 universe. Think you'll read it?
I would like to, but no, buddy.
Okay, I understand. Anyway, if you like
Neil
it,
Gaiman, though.
Yeah, he's not writing it, but
No.
it's his universe.
His universe.
1602 is really good. But
Neil
anyway,
Gaiman, Andy Cooper. Just so you know.
I like the Spider-Man in 1602. But anyway, I put Witch Hunger. It's Witch Hunter Angela, number 1.
She's hungry.
She's hungry. So anyway, she needs to eat.
Give Angela some breakfast.
Put some meat on those bones.
Speaking of breakfast.
Anyway. Oh, yeah, you need to get some. Also, from DC Comics, again, we're going to jump. Batman 41, the debut.
Gordon
Gundam Batman.
Yes.
Batman in a robot suit. I was hoping, to me it looks kind of like Captain Carrot, those weird ears. But,
I keep thinking Gundam or Pat Labor, one of those kind of animes. It's very anime.
Yeah, the only interesting thing I think that'll come out of this is that Gordon will have a new respect for Batman, and then you'll have some new villains to come out of this story.
Here's my thing, and this is like with the Superman thing. You gotta be able to explain why Lois would give away his identity, or the story is going to crumble.
Yeah.
And with Batman, you have to explain why Gordon would put on a suit and be Batman, because Gordon's thing, he's never really been totally okay with Batman, but he knows that he needs Batman in order to keep Gotham safe.
Right.
So he's always had this bit of a struggle. So now, why all of a sudden is he jumping into being Batman? I really like Snyder and Capullo, but man, you guys have to really sell this or the whole thing just falls.
I actually think Snyder will be able to pull it off. Now, I will say the Lois Lane, the Truth storyline where Lois reveals Clark is Superman. Okay, she's known Clark for a while, she's known Superman for a while. Why in the world would you want to expose his identity and risk life and limb for both? Well, they're the same guy, but you know what I mean.
Both have the potentials to be really great
Hey,
stories.
by the way, Clark, I've exposed you as Superman. Now all the supervillains can come attack you personally. Why would that happen?
The interesting thing is when you read Action Comics from last week, the way he's handling it, he's so used to being Clark. It's like he's kind of nervous, and then when he's known as Superman, he doesn't know how to react to it. So, I mean, they at least opened the door to tell an interesting story. I loved Action Comics. It pulled me in. It's just a matter of, can you sell it on this point?
Yeah.
We'll see when we hit Superman. So far, I like it.
Can you put the genie back in the bottle? Will DC put the genie back in the bottle?
I don't know. I mean, if you're going to do it, you better be clever about it. That's all I can say. And I hope they did that thing where they left themselves a way out when they wrote this.
Yeah, could it be where they shot Clark and he wakes up and it was all a dream?
Yeah, let's hope it doesn't go the Dallas route with
Yes, let's hope not. Who shot JR?
Who shot Clark Kent?
Most people probably don't even know that reference.
Or who stabbed Clark Kent, actually.
Who stabbed Clark Kent?
It was a cool issue. I've heard some people say that Superman was changing. Superman's really still Superman. It's more of his cast of characters around him that I think have changed.
Yeah.
So we'll see how this
Bring
goes.
back his parents. I'm still all for that.
Daryl, bring back his parents.
Well, but now Jimmy Olsen knows that Clark Kent is Superman, well, even before they expose his identity, which makes no freaking sense. Why tell Jimmy and then Lois tells the whole world? It's whatever.
We'll see.
Check it out. It's going to be interesting. Batman Superman, number 21.
Yeah, I mean, we're back to
this is the Truth storyline. So you want to follow up? That's also
Greg Pak is doing Action Comics, and I really like him, and I like Peter Tomasi, who's doing Superman, Wonder Woman, and of course Greg Pak's doing Batman Superman. So this is going to be interesting. I'm still along for the ride. We'll see what happens.
Okay. Birthright number 8 from Image Comics. Birthright, one of my favorite books. Excellent book.
Williamson.
Joshua Williamson. Really excited to see where this one's going. This one is one of those must-read. This is like Caitlin Loves Saga, which also number 29 comes out this week. But Birthright is like, I'm this I'm just excited about that book. It's one of the few independent titles that has like warriors and magic and sorcery and battles mixed with they grounded on Earth with it's really good.
I got 3 that I juggle.
Yeah.
It's like Nameless,
Which
Velvet,
number 4 comes out.
and then the Fade Out. Can't wait for Nameless.
Yeah, Nameless number 4 comes out this week as well, which we're jumping the alphabet, man. What are we doing?
I was just, randomly talking.
I'm just no. I did it. It was my fault. So.
Captain America.
And the Mighty Avengers number 9, the last days of the 616 universe, the last 8 hours takes place in this book, Loki and Magneto. If you like that, read it. It's a decent book. Al Ewing does a good job, but you can tell it's like when Jeff Johns wrote JLA, Justice League of America. You can tell like DC was getting ready to phase some things out, and halfway through the book, you can tell the book was going to end.
Yeah, I say bring me Steve Rogers. Hashtag bring me Steve Rogers.
Yeah, I hear you. Also, Captain Marvel and the Carol Corps number 1, part of Secret Wars. Most of all these Secret Wars books, if not all, have been really, really good.
I like most of them. Yeah.
I'm willing to try this one because I don't regularly read Captain Marvel. So
the Carol Corps, that just cracks me up.
Yeah, it looks kind of like a 19 is it 40s or 50s or 60s? I can't remember. Anyway.
My favorite's still Master of Kung Fu, man. That's almost.
Number 2 came out last week.
It was great.
Chrononauts number 4 from Image. Tell us about Chrononauts, Aaron.
Chrononauts is a really cool story, and this is the last part. So you ready? You ready to jump off this ride? Because it's been very Back to the Future.
I've already jumped.
Even in the last issue, they actually had the DeLorean in it. So
that's awesome.
It's interesting because you can definitely tell there's a play on that whole Back to the Future thing. They jump back in time. Once they get back there, they realize that they can do pretty much whatever they want. And then, the people from the future are coming after them, and people in the past starting to kind of figure it out. So they're kind of trapped right now in the past. So last issue is supposed to tell us what are they going to do. I mean, because if they go back, they go to jail because they've been taking money and, living it up.
Sorry, Huey Lewis in the news replay was playing in the background right there in my head.
Hip to be square, right?
Actually, it was Take Me Away. I don't mind. You got to promise me.
Is it Hip to be square?
Yeah. That's on the sports album, I believe.
Okay.
I think.
Want a new drug?
That's right. All I Want is a Couple Days Off. The Power of Love.
You know way too much.
They got too many. Anyway, I Want a New Drug. Ghostbusters story there. Anyway, moving on. Constantine and the Hellblazer, number 1. A brand new number 1 from DC. Aaron, tell us about this.
Can't wait for this book because this is one of those DC books that I think is solid and is going to be, the same kind of thing that we like. I mean, what can you say? John Constantine. The show's gone. Tear running down the face. It's wrong.
Yeah, it's officially
terrible.
Officially gone.
It's bullcrap, NBC. Screw you guys. That's what I gotta say about this comic. Screw NBC.
All NBC hate is not the views and
of
whatever.
Big Bang.
I'm just kidding. There. I'm just joking.
Hashtag Give me back Constantine.
Yeah, I like the character. I saw one episode of the show, so I can't say anything.
Episode 3 was pretty much issue 3 of the Jamie Delano run. So I mean, they stuck really close to the show. He did a great job as Constantine. He's Constantine now. So somehow they've got to utilize that in the DC universe.
Well, hopefully this new number 1 will. I don't know, maybe it'll bring him back to prominence. I mean, the thing is, they say the show's officially dead, but could Netflix pick it up?
Netflix should pick it up. Netflix is
when they say it's officially dead, does that mean it's dead off NBC or dead? They're not. There's no chance.
It said the death, so I mean, I didn't actually go to CBR and read the article because I was just flipping through things, but that was enough to disappoint me, and I just shook my head and hung it in shame. That's all that happened.
Well, if you're hanging your head in shame, you need to buy number 1 this Wednesday.
You definitely need to buy number 1 because Constantine's an awesome character.
Descender, number 4 from Image Comics, Jeff Lemire. Great story. We've talked about it. You should already be reading it.
You should be.
Detective Comics, number 41. It's Batman.
I like Manipul and Bucoletto, but it's not Batman. It's Gordon.
It's Gordon Gundam.
So I'm gonna get this.
That was Gordon Gundam too.
Yeah, it's all.
Yeah.
And if you want to see Bruce Wayne, you have to read one of the Justice League titles. That's
Brian Hitch. Looking forward to that one. Not this
I've heard some people complain about this too, and my opinion is this: hey, I'm fine with this because I can read this over here, and if I don't like this stuff over here, I can just drop it, and I still got regular Superman, regular Batman.
That's right.
I prefer this new direction.
Yeah, I'll agree with that on DC. You still have a chance to read like Batman. You still get the classic JLA. in Justice League of America.
But you can
by
still
Hitch.
take chances over here and do these different stories.
But you still got something you can fall back
yeah,
on.
it's nice.
Yeah.
It's like a cushion.
Ghost Racers #1. You have all the Ghost Riders in history on Arcade's. What do they call it? Death World, Murder World, I think. Whatever
Murder
it is.
World.
Yeah, but it's all part of Battle World. But all the Ghost Racers, it's like a death match. Death Race meets Ghost Racers.
It's awesome because, Johnny Blaze is back.
That's right. I hope Danny Ketch is in there. So,
Johnny Blaze.
well, just Danny Ketch. You haven't seen him in a while, but either way, Ghost Rider's cool. If you like Death Race, you like Ghost Rider, read that book. Gotham Academy #7. You got Damian, Robin joining the book. That's whatever. Girls, people that like that book, I read it. It was a cool book, but it's not enough to, I read too much.
I think I took a nap there.
Yeah, I saw you take a nap. Anyway, if you like that type, it's actually an interesting book, real cool. I think young readers would definitely like the book. Harley Quinn 17. If you like Harley Quinn, well, she needs no introduction.
Nope.
We got Inferno #2. The #1 came out 2 weeks ago. This is #2. I haven't read #1 yet.
Dose.
Did you doze off?
No, Dose.
Oh, dose. I was just making sure you didn't doze off there.
No, that was just during Gotham Academy.
So yeah, anyway, check out Inferno #2. Inhumans, Adeline Rising. #2.
Can't wait
Black
for this one.
Bolt, Charles Soule, The Quiet Room.
Black Bolt's a bartender, man.
Yeah, and he talks, because he doesn't get to talk otherwise.
Yeah.
All I know is Charles Soule says what happens in this book will affect the Inhumans post-Secret
Which
Wars.
is why I'm reading.
And Marvel said that about all the Secret Wars titles. Everything's going to matter. So these are not throwaway books. You need to read them. So
I
anyway.
think both companies are pretty well showing. Everything matters.
I agree.
Everything matters.
Yeah, because we like to know stuff matters.
Nobody's done away with their histories, and they're not going to. All new, all different. Doesn't matter. New 52. Just new.
New 52 is gone.
It doesn't do away with old.
Take it off the books. Anyway. All the stories matter. If you read Justice League 40, you'll believe DC is making all things matter. And that's the only book holding that linchpin together, in my opinion.
That's a great book.
So, also you got Injection #2 by Warren Ellis and Image Comics.
I'm a big Warren Ellis fan, and this is one of my independents that I'm sticking with.
Yeah, can you tell me about the book?
It's another one of those kind of futuristic things. Scientists working on things.
Isn't that where scientists kind of like they injected something back in the present day to us, but they're in the future and they realize they did something wrong?
Yeah, there's like this kind of scare kind of building up. It's just one issue in, so I mean, there's still a lot of details. Like Warren Ellis is one of those people that just carefully plants things out, and then all of a sudden things will just go crazy. So
That's true.
right now he's planting seeds at this point, so you just have to kind of jump in and be ready for it to blow up in your face.
If you like that, you should try Trees. So,
Warren Ellis, Extremist. That's one of the coolest stories.
which is,
in
by the
red.
way, on sale at the recommended reading section right now.
Exactly.
And a free motion DVD comic with it as well.
Why wouldn't you want a motion DVD comic, right?
Of the same thing you just read.
Exactly.
See? So you've also got Insufferable #2 from IDW and writer Mark Waid, and I believe artist Peter Krause. Definitely should check out that book if you like Batman and Robin that are dysfunctional. Batman's sort of retired while Robin takes all the... He's grown up. He's the new hero of the city, and he is now like the glory hog of it all, while his dad is secretly doing all kinds of work to save his butt. And there's a dysfunction to their relationship. So we've also got Kanan, Last Padawan #3. Marvel Zombies #1, which is also Secret Wars. If you like zombies or the Deadlands in Secret Wars Battle World, you should read this book. You've also got Mrs. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, go for it.
Oh, I heard somebody knocking.
Did you?
As if someone... Suddenly, I heard a tapping.
Tapping?
As if someone gently rapping on my chamber door. With the raven evermore. Come on. Anyway, talk about, you got Marvel Zombies. Talk about Nameless #4.
Nameless #4. So basically, we have this guy who people hire to take care of situations, and he's been hired to help stop the meteor Zababa from crashing into Earth and killing us all. So he goes up to the space station, and pretty much every scientist that's tried to figure this out has gone insane. I mean, like, this is a family video, so I'm not going to get too detailed, but, let's just say some of these scientists have gone a little bit... So, he's got to be able to figure this problem out without losing his mind.
Nameless?
And he can also, he's got some kind of thing where he can go into people's dreams and stuff. It's pretty crazy Grant Morrison thing, but it's definitely interesting. It's like a horror version of 2001, maybe like Event Horizon meets 2001 or something. It's pretty interesting. It's one of the coolest books I'm reading right now.
So that's Nameless, right?
That's Nameless.
Cool.
You should be reading it. It's just on 4. Go back and get the rest.
I've got 1 and 2, and I think maybe 3. I haven't read it yet.
Don't argue with me. Get it.
Get it.
Coming from the farthest reaches of the universe to challenge the worst villains on Earth are the most powerful heroes ever in the battle of the superpowers collection. Impossible! The Hall of Justice under attack? Batman behind bars? New from Kenner's Superpowers collection. Hall of Justice playset. Some assembly required. Vehicles and figures sold separately.
This is so good, Batman!
Brainiac's taken over the computer? Joker in the elevator? Evil forces joining for a final assault? Who can restore order?
Superman!
Can Superman save the Hall of Justice?
Armor up, Iron Man. Engage interlock mechanics. Armor up, War Machine.
That's vertical beam! Attach front battle computer module.
My brain blast will make scrap metal of you! Not in this lifetime, MODOK! With my rings I rule the land and sea!
Adjust undersea dome. I'm here to make waves, Mandarin.
Iron Man, War Machine, Hydro Armor Iron Man, and action figures, each sold separately.
Also, we've got, we said Marvel Zombies #1, Mrs. Deadpool and the Howling Commandos #1. If you like Deadpool, you like his wife, or the new Howling Commandos, definitely check out that book. Let's see, New Suicide Squad #9 from DC.
I think I'm gonna check this out. I like the first 3 issues. I wasn't as big on the art after that. Like I like Jeremy Roberts. They should have kept him on there, but they switched to Tom Derenick, and I wasn't as into that. So now that they give it another artist, I'm gonna jump back in. It's kind of like, some of these DC titles I've gotten back into, like Green Arrow. That was really good. Number 41.
Haven't read it yet.
You should read 41 of Green Arrow. If
I'm
you're a Green
so
Arrow
close.
fan, it's reminiscent of the Denny O'Neil, Neil Adams Green Arrow, Green Lantern run.
That's cool. I thought, to me, it looked more like Mike Grell's stuff,
It's kind of a mix of both in a lot of ways, but the
the
story,
Master of Sosh.
the story has a lot of that old, dealing with race and stuff like that. So
That's cool. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. That one has got to be better than GL41. Suddenly, Green Lantern is Star-Lord.
Hal took my haircut.
He did, except the
It's
beard.
not
No
right.
beard.
But here's something that bothered me about 41 real quick. Did you notice, like, everybody knew he was Hal Jordan when he was trying to break that guy out of the cell. And then, all of a sudden, he powers up the gauntlet. He has a green trench coat. The outfit's changed with this white thing. He's got the long hair. And then the domino mask shows up when he didn't have it before. Why do you need it when everybody knows you're Hal Jordan?
It's true.
Well, that makes no sense. What's up with that, guys? You need... Oh, man. What happened?
It's DCU, man.
Don't blame it on DC.
I'm not going to. Anyway, so Rebels #3 from Dark Horse Comics and Red Hood Arsenal #1, which basically is the same book minus Starfire. Which Starfire #1 also comes out this week, which looks really cool from the same team that does Harley Quinn.
Read it.
We already mentioned Saga 29, Secret Wars 2099 #2. Read it. Section 8 #1, new #1 from DC, based on Garth Ennis's Hitman book way back from the 90s. If you don't remember that book, it's okay. A lot of people didn't. But you could try this book about a bunch of slacker loser superheroes.
Most of the books that you haven't heard of or that aren't full of the most popular characters, a lot of times are the best books that are out there.
Omega Man #1 was really good. Now, is it enough for me to read it every month? I mean, if I didn't read too much, the #1 issue was really action-packed, and they really built up the kind of hype of like who the Omega Men are. There's like a mystique about them and kind of a fear. Really good book.
Omega Man.
So, Secret Wars Journal #2. If you read last issue, Punisher's like the Sheriff of Nottingham. Really cool concept. It's like an anthology book in Secret Wars. Check it out. Silk #5. Silver Surfer #12. Spider-Gwen #5. And also you got Secret Wars Spider-Verse #2. Did you read #1?
I haven't read it.
Ooh, Spider UK's in it, man.
I mean, I read Renew Your Vows.
Renew Your Vows was awesome.
If you're a Spider-Man fan, you should have gotten Renew Your Vows. And Spyro Part 3 came out, so it was a good Spider-Man week last week.
It was.
I was very happy with it. Jerry Conway. Love Jerry Conway.
So if you love Spider-Man, you need to read Spider-Verse #2. We already mentioned Starfire from Image Comics. Starve #1. It's basically where it's like I said it was Emerald meets like the Running Man. It's like a cooking show that meets the Running Man. You ever seen the movie Stephen King based on his book? It's like a deathly cooking thing. Anyway, if you like that concept, read Starve #1.
That does sound kind of interesting.
It is interesting. I might try it out.
Chef Ramsay's just gone insane. Killing people.
I don't know, man. It looks like a weird concept. So anyway,
It really is Hell's Kitchen.
yeah, Secret Wars Ultimate End #2, which the end of the Ultimate Universe. This takes place. Bendis said the original Ultimate Universe was supposed to be Spider-Man story was supposed to be 6 issues, but it ended up being 15 years of his life. This is it coming to an end. If you like the Ultimate Universe at all, or you want to see how it plays out into Secret Wars in the post-Marvel universe, read that book.
Let's ponder for a second. Do you think Miles Morales is going to take over as Spider-Man?
No,
Good.
no,
It better not.
he better not.
Better not.
You can let them both coexist, but you need to give him a different name. We've already talked about that. Give him a different name.
I've got an issue with it. I've gone over with a few other people because I've heard some people like, oh, I'm tired of Bruce Wayne and Batman's oversaturated, which is true. Batman is oversaturated.
It's true.
But that does not mean we should kill our characters. And the question was brought up, oh, didn't you like Grayson? Well, yeah, I liked Grayson, but it shouldn't be a permanent thing. I think it degrades the characters. Like, Nightwing's not as important if he's Batman's B-plan.
Right.
Falcon is not important because now he's Captain America's B-plan.
Which the
Same thing goes for Spider-Man. And Spider-Man, I don't care what you say, Puckett, he's not a mantle to be passed down. Only Parker can do that.
The only mantle to be passed down is the Flash.
Yeah, I kind of accept the Flash. I'm still not accepting of Wally as Flash as much as Barry, but...
Get out of this video!
Yeah, I know.
No, I'm just kidding.
All you JLU fans was like, what? It's kind of like Jon Stewart. Oh, man, Jon Stewart's like my second favorite Green Lantern, but Hal was the first, so I grew up with Hal.
I like Jon Stewart.
They're almost equal with me, really.
Yeah, I mean, the thing about Green Lanterns is, yes...
There's many of them anyway.
Yeah, that's right.
That makes it better.
There's only one Spider-Man. Can you have various of the Spider-Man family? Sure. Hulk has, like, a couple of sons and various, like, Scar, and I can't remember the little bald, smart alien kid. Anyway, long story.
The question is, should Gordon be Gundam Batman?
No. It's only, and the thing is, most fans, we know it's only temporary, but sometimes it affects reading the book. So
Morrison did this not long ago, and that's kind of why I'm griping about it. It's like, it wasn't that long ago Morrison did this, so you go into the well once too many. It just happened with Spider-Man recently.
I agree. Guys. I do agree
Get
with
original.
That. I do agree with that. So, Walking Dead 142. All right, my two picks this week from
These
Marvel.
are my two picks, too.
All right, both of our picks. This will never happen again.
Never.
We've got X-Men 92 #1 and Weird World #1, written by Jason.
Can't do no wrong, Aaron.
These are our two picks this week, and they're both based out of Secret Wars. Weird World, you like Conan, you got Archon, you got Crystar, the Crystal Warrior. You got X-Men 92, the X-Men cartoon coming back. Who's excited?
This is as you would say about certain DC things. It's not your DC character. This is my X-Men right here. So I feel this way about the X-Men. I love that era of the X-Men, not so much afterwards. Just like the Morrison run. But yeah, I can't wait for X-Men 92. I can finally read the X-Men and enjoy it, man.
I can't wait to read the fully painted Weird World. Really excited. Those are my two picks this week. You guys should definitely pick up those two if you don't pick up anything else.
Exactly. Well, I have three. Let's do it. All right. That's 3 picks. Daryl's 2 picks. We actually agree on 2 things.
It'll never happen again. Oh. Anyway, Aaron, you got anything else you want to add as we close?
The Wonder Woman annual, man, that was one of the best things DC. Wonder Woman annual and Justice League 41. If you want to pick up some DC stuff, those
awesome.
were the 2 best.
Mr. Miracle. Yes.
Wonder Woman has
Kenny,
best
you should have read that book, Kenny, and you're probably never going to see this video. But if you ever do, Mr. Miracle, get it.
You have to get it if you're a Mr. Miracle fan, and you're missing out. You're not a Mr. Miracle fan.
That's right.
Period.
And that's the bottom line.
Because Big Bang said so.
And we
got him.
By BigBang.com.
.com.
And now we are going to
leave.
Right.